These arms are clay, you can mold them how it suits you. Over your right bicep, round your chest you fall asleep to calm, steady sound. There's someone else around, there's someone who wants to keep you. My eyes are fixed on peaks and valleys, a green line set to the right of your bed that lets me know you're still alive. And I whisper a secret down well-intentioned lies that you're gonna get better, that you're bound to be alright. And we were up all night, driving back from Chandler with the windows down your...
I think paintings can show beauty. So if someone comes in thinking an idea is ugly and they see it as something beautiful, maybe that might change their mind.
Hands are pressed between the insides of my knees. I'd say a prayer, I swear.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to make art itself the vehicle for change.
Everybody gets to see everybody else as human and forget whatever judgments they might have.
And for me, it's about bringing out the internal beauty, you know, bringing out the love that's within, and that love is universal and encompasses everybody and everything.
The ones you love don't live forever.
I was just trying to do a play on what today's civil rights are. Was thinking about Rosa Parks. She, was put to the back of a bus. This is the civil rights of today. This is what we're trying to get across, the marriage equality, and putting the cake in the back of the bus is representing Rosa Parks. It's a simple piece and a simple idea, but at the same time, it gets the point across.
It's a calm, steady sound. There's someone else around. There's someone who wants to keep you.
My first 8-foot-tall wedding cake. We have two fabulous figurines on top by local artist Mary Zarbano and decorated by Candace Magoski. And we've decorated it with beads and studs and flowers, and we think it'll appeal to everybody. We're going to cover it with photographs of committed couples, and we think it's going to be an absolute showcase and the star of the show.
Are clay, you can mold them how it suits you. Over your right bicep, round your chest you fall asleep to calm, steady sound.
And our cake installation's been dedicated to Alan Tom. They started dating in 1974. Nixon was still president.
My eyes are fixed on peaks and valleys, a green line set to the right of your bed that lets me know you're...
And they sent me their picture so they could be part of this project. And a simple sentence, and it said, "Thank you for doing what you're doing. As soon as Prop 8 is overturned, we want to get married."
Federal law, there's 1,100 statutes that affect people who are married. Includes being able to take care of a sick spouse, having time off from work, being buried next to a spouse who's a veteran. People just don't realize how much marriage means economically to people. So all citizens should be entitled to the same economic benefit. So I want things to be right.
Breathe, it's the precision of my words to say exactly what I mean, and it's so worthless.
There are many beautiful, loving couples who've been committed for decades and they can't get married. And we need to do something about it. And, this is our effort.
The ones you love don't live forever.
And then we have the Kinsey Institute photos, which are so honest and so smart.
Speaking up like I got...
Kind of inspired by actually my grandma, because she used to make like stitchings on pillows for all like the grandkids, and for me a stitching on a hoop represents kind of home and family and stuff, and so I kind of married that with one of my favorite poets, Allen Ginsberg, and his long-time partner, Peter Orlovsky. And me being a writer, I thought it was a good way to do it.
Speaking at local churches every Sunday throughout April. They've invited me because I want to invite everybody here.
Over your right bicep, round your chest, you fall asleep to.
One of those people that I've come to appreciate very much is Steve Baxter. Now, Steve is drawing artists together from around our community to celebrate love. And to celebrate love in its many different forms, and to invite us as a community of faith to celebrate that with him.
This show is in support of marriage equality in the LGBT community.
So this show has two objectives: changing hearts and raising money for AIDS Walk. Any art sold, the proceeds will be split evenly between the artists and AIDS Walk, 50% each way. The galleries do not profit financially, or the organizers.
We're setting up a display for my uncle, Jamie, their brother, his uncle as well. This space is a memorial for him. Jamie was diagnosed with HIV in the early 80s and was a constant educator and advocate for HIV and AIDS education. My grandmother and his grandmother and their mom helped found AIDS Services Foundation and helped start the very first AIDS Walk.
Hi, I'm Pearl Jemison Smith, and I'm the founder of AIDS Walk Orange County. This is our 27th year, and we're going to be at Disneyland on the 4th of May. And I am just so thrilled that we have this art exhibit that's going to help us to raise money.
So everything in here is something that reminds us of Jamie. We've got an ELO record that he loved. We've got a model of the Star Trek Enterprise, which was his favorite show. He was a big Star Trek nerd. We've got some rocks everywhere, but geodes were his favorite, right? This is a person, and he meant something to us. And everybody who suffers from HIV or AIDS has a family member who is a book lover, or a lover of the outdoors, or a lover of space, or a nerd and wants to watch Star Trek. He's a real person, and he had real love for things, and we really just wanted to show that this person means a lot to us. We're just trying to sort of create a space that people can stand and take in another human's whole life. Yeah. And how important it was.
These arms are clay, you can mold them how it suits you. Over your right bicep, round your...
I'm Kevin O'Grady. I'm the Executive Director of the Orange County Gay and Lesbian Center. We've been here since 1971, which usually surprises a lot of people. It's the second oldest center in the country after Los Angeles. And we have a whole range of services, everything from education classes, support groups for the transgender community, HIV prevention and education. We have 4 different youth groups a week. One of them is for kids who are interested in doing activist work. We have senior groups and a large mental health counseling program.
With the windows down, your cigarette lit up like amber. I remember how the sunlight on a string rose up to greet us. The light was just enough to fill us up, to finally feed us. Hands are pressed between the insides of my knees. I'd say a prayer. I swear there ain't a chance I still believe in it. Burning bush, it's just the smoke that I breathe. It's the precision of my words to say exactly what I mean. the ones you love.